Hi guys, and welcome back to Best Friends Who
Fudge! We're keeping it PG because we don't want to get demonetized, so we're no longer saying the F word.
Fudge.
James. That's it.
Fudge.
Fudge, yep.
Cool.
I'm happy. I used to say fudge all the time when I was younger.
No fucking way. Oh. No fudging way. I'm sorry, YouTube.
And they used to be like, oh, sugar sticks. That's cringe.
Why?
Why is that?
Why sugar sticks?
Because it sounds like shit.
So does ship.
Oh yeah, true.
Or schnitzel.
Schnitzel,
or
yep.
Shizer.
Or Shizer.
Or
Holy Shizen!
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Do you know what that means?
Holy shit.
Yeah, it means holy shit in German.
No way. Oh my god, this Duolingo expert right here. Jesus Christ.
Duolingo sponsor me. No, when I went to Spain.
Why did you say that in that accent as well? Was that charged? Gee whiz, man. That's not a great start to the podcast. Sorry for the German listeners.
What? Duolingo? How did I say Duolingo? How did I say that?
Not Duolingo. Holy Scheiße.
In a German accent.
Yes.
Yes. Getting into it. Ich habe Tennis gespielt.
Ich Fußball gespielt.
Hallo, ich wohne in Putzlade.
Ich habe blaue Augen.
Huh?
Ich habe blaue Augen.
What does that mean?
I have blue eyes.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I blew her back out. That's what it sounds like. I don't know much. The only thing I can remember
I can fucking tell.
Is ich habe Tennis gespielt because my German teacher was so awful. I used to get severe anxiety before the lessons.
But what's the difference between ich habe Tennis gespielt to gespielt?
I played.
I'm pretty sure. No, I think, yeah, it's one of those.
Fucking hell, Germans, they're talking in a backwards language.
God, she's on fire. She's on smoke,
no,
guys.
But they speak in backwards, don't they?
They speak in backwards. At least they can speak properly.
They speak backwards, yep.
Yes. Well, I don't know. Any language is different, isn't it?
Yeah.
To English.
No, but it's mental, isn't it? That the brain can do that.
I don't think it's mental that the brain can do that. I think it's mental how we just don't have one language.
Yeah, that's
what I think is crazy.
No, because where did it actually start?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why would the first person decide to make a new language? Maybe it was like something so they can understand like secrecy stuff, maybe. Or here's
how many words are in our vocabulary?
I'll tell you a new theory. Maybe because we all evolved from apes, yeah.
Yeah.
That obviously it was apes in different parts of the world, and they all just started making certain noises, and it turned into words. But because one was in like Africa and the other one was in England, they're going to have different noises, and that turns into different words, but it means the same thing, but it's just not in the same part of the world.
Bruv, I don't know what the
I
hell
reckon
you
that's
just
it.
said. But also what I find crazy is I'm talking right now, and I'm not even thinking. It's just coming out.
I had that today with driving. I literally blinked, and I was off the dual carriageway. I was on it, and I blinked, and I was off it.
And that's called, you need to stop driving. I'm not getting in a car.
I was driving for 3.5 hours in a driving lesson with no food in sight because you made me wake up to an Asda shop at 6:30 in the fucking morning.
7 a.m. You chose to wake up at 6:30. That's your choice.
Because they always bang on the door at 7 a.m.
7 a.m. is £4 delivery, right? If I put it to 8 a.m., it would be £5. I'm saving that £1.
Oh my, please get it for £5 next time.
Who paid for the shop?
I had no idea the food shop was coming. You never tell me.
Because you're like, there's no food in the house. So, Mummy Bella does it. So yeah.
Yeah, that was tough.
I'm the woman of this house. I'm Pam. Who are you?
I'm not going to respond and make it really awkward for you. Go on, Em.
Anyway,
can we carry on?
Tomorrow, guys, it's changing the subject. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, so I'm really excited for that. But other than that, we haven't really had much going on, really.
I actually did get very upset this week. And it was tough. I was at my boy's house, and then I suddenly see a message come up on my phone, and I got really upset.
Oh, yes.
And it kind of spun me out, and I thought, why is there evil in this world? What have I done to have this much evil?
I think I know what you're about to say.
Yeah.
And guys, when James told me this, I felt so embarrassed. Like, I was like, James, why did you even tell me that?
So, sometimes if you're a supporter of the Tiki Toki, I post sometimes TikTok clips on my main page, to get some attention and maybe bring some people along and just show some funny clips 'cause I think they're hilarious. So I just want to show them off. And then Jedward messaged on it, and he said like, "Oh, you two are great." Wasn't that, but it was I can't remember what it was, but it was just he DM'd me, right? What did DM me? He messaged the TikTok.
Yes, they commented.
Commented. That's the one. I'm just getting angry thinking about it. And I replied being like, "Oh, so when you coming on the podcast then?"
This James has such a big ego. Why would you even say that? You said want to come on the party.
Yeah, I want to come on the potty.
Why would you ask that?
You miss all the shots you don't take, mate.
You didn't even ask me.
What
if I don't even want them on?
What
have we said?
What have you got to
guessed?
get? Is it because they're Irish? You don't like Germans? No, you don't like Irish people.
I never said I don't like Germans. I love a German sausage, actually.
I bet you do.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Well, I thought maybe we'll get some spice into this podcast. I think it'd be hilarious getting Jedward. Anyway, they're not coming on. They said, "Oh, we get overwhelming poddy invites," and I was like, "Oh, you didn't have to say it like that, mate. You could have said, you could have lied, mate." Jedward,
or aired it,
or just aired me. You could have just, but now everybody had to see that, so I delete the video because I'm a little bitch. So I delete the video. But then you guys decided to comment on my video of me and Isabella crying for the podcast and said emotional king.
Yeah, that's rubbing salt into the
You
wound.
called me an emotional king about crying about my parents' divorce.
Jedward did not. You said you guys.
Yeah, I was talking directly to John and Edward.
Oh.
But I know they didn't mean bad by it. I know it's just the way they slay.
Embarrassing.
But it's
I
fine.
actually cringed into my pillow.
It was really
dumb.
dumb.
I said, James, why did you just tell me that? I didn't need to know that information.
Well, I just thought it was funny. I thought, oh my God, I can't believe I just got pied by Jedward.
Yeah, after I did start laughing, but my initial reaction was like, "Oh, why did you tell me that?"
Well, I had to vent. Do you know what I mean? Like, I felt so shit because me and Jedward DM sometimes on Instagram. Very rarely, but it happens.
Because you asked for advice. You were like, my girlfriend's obsessed with Harry Styles. Give me advice.
Okay, let me. Okay, do you want to hear what they said? I'll tell you. I'll show you what they said. You can hear it. And I thought, they told me, they said Happy St. Patrick's Day, and I thought we're friends because why would you say that? I'm not even Irish. I even know, I don't.
Anyone can.
Yeah, but
everyone should have fun on St. Paddy's Day.
I know that, but I don't particularly celebrate that, but yet they invited me to celebrate that, and I thought, whoa, we must be best mates. But anyway, this is what they said. This is me, by the way, complaining about Harry Styles.
Hi guys, hi John, hi Edward. I need some advice from you, and I thought who better to ask than you. You're in the same industry as a problem I have. Basically, my girlfriend is obsessed and completely loves Harry Styles. And I agree, he's a great guy, he's a god, he's a gift from God. But what can I do to, get over it or, be better or, what can I do? Because it's not just a random...
And then they said
watermelon sugar high. And she'll be like, yeah, give me some of that watermelon. Or you could get your granny's curtains and get a suit maker to make them into like a suit. Boom, Harry Styles, handbag, let's go.
So yeah, that's our interactions. But yeah, well, you're missing out. I wouldn't even pay for your flight, so that's probably why you would have said no, because I couldn't even afford that.
No.
So fair enough.
Can't afford much.
But the offer's still there if you want to come.
Where would they sit?
On my lap.
One on each lap.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So guys, in today's podcast, we are going to be exposing the time James and I nearly broke up because of a Magaluf girls trip, and we're also going to be reading out your confessions about your boys/girls holidays and things that went on that you didn't actually tell your partner.
Is there anything you haven't told me?
No, James, I'm so honest with you. Like, genuinely, I wouldn't be able to keep it in.
A little bit too honest.
Yeah,
if I may say so for myself.
And we're also going to be getting deep in tonight's
each other
podcast. We're just going to be basically talking about how we are feeling at the moment in terms of growing up, the pressure, the feeling like our youth is slipping away. We're just going to be talking about it all. Yeah. So carry on listening. But I thought we could start off with reading out your guys' confessions.
Let's do it, man. I want to know some dirty little shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Part of me feels like if I hear some bad things about your guys' relationship, it'll make me feel better about mine.
James, What is there wrong with our relationship? I would say we're pretty steady.
Yeah, pretty steady.
We don't lie to each other. One thing we don't do is lie to each other. Well, you could be lying to me, but we literally don't get out enough for you to even get in a situation where you could kiss a girl or hug a girl.
That's what I want to make you think, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't actually go to therapy.
I know that. You always come back tired and sore. Like, what the fuck is that
Sore?
about? Yeah.
Yeah, because I go on a walk after it.
That's a joke to say that you have sex with a big willy.
Yeah, but... oh. Okay, this one's not that bad. This is more like... It honestly just depends on the boundaries of your relationship.
Okay.
Because someone said, friends shagging while I was sat on the balcony waiting. Doors open. I heard. I'm a good friend. See, I feel like it's your own like thoughts and beliefs in if you think that's bad or not to tell your partner, because obviously you're not the one shagging. And it's also your friend's business.
I don't know, Matt. I mean, it is what it is. You haven't done anything wrong.
Yeah.
You're not a bad person. But I feel like if you're not open and they find out, they're only ever going to think the worst. And second of all, I feel like your friends can put you in a dangerous situation by doing that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's where I would be as a boyfriend or as a partner, be a bit like, yeah, I'm not sure if I like the idea of just men coming to your apartment and then just shagging and leaving. Like, what
well, no, she didn't say that. She was on the balcony by herself.
No, I understand, but it can go sideways, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's not too bad. That's pretty okay.
This one is quite like romantic.
Oh, fuck.
Spent all night with a boy watching sunrises. Also went to see him when I was back in the UK.
Yeah, okay. And is there any cheating scandal, or was that just that it?
No, it's romantic in the sense of like, a shag is a shag. But they spent all night together watching sunrises and went back to the UK to see him. Do you not, as a girl, if you did that with a girl, that's worse than you just shagging a random girl on a one night stand. That is worse because that's emotional connection there.
No, listen, did she have a missus? Or was that just...
Yes.
Oh,
the question was, what have you done on a girl/boys holiday that you haven't told your partner?
That is tough.
Yeah.
Fuck me, mate. That's cute though. Well done.
What would you do if I did that?
Oh, you nearly did that, didn't you?
What?
Yeah.
I nearly did that.
Yeah, you nearly did that. If I didn't intervene. No, that was, yeah. I mean, I would be fuming.
Don't act like I nearly did any of that shit, mate.
I would be fuming.
In your insecure dreams.
Oh.
I kept drunk ringing this random guy and would talk and meet up, but was very platonic. See, if you're drunk calling a guy, it's not platonic because, well, in my experience, whenever I'm drunk and I've called a boy, it's because I miss them.
But you've been calling. We've been together 2 years. You never call me.
No. I do call you.
Yeah. Can you come collect me? I need fucking cheesy chips. God, she fucking picking up now.
No, but like when you're young, right? And you like pretend to you're like on WKDs and you're like, oh yeah, man, I'm so drunk. Oh, I miss it. Oh my God.
I have never ever done that in my life. I can actually stand up and be proud that I've never got drunk and then fucking called my ex and be like, I miss you so much.
Maybe that's just a girl thing.
No,
it's not. It's not because the boy used to do that to me all the time. He'd be like, Bubba, I miss you.
What? Oh.
You're my world. When am I going to see you? Let me come around right now.
Oh, nice. I feel like that's a bit weird because I feel your drunk self is your true self. So he's obviously wanted to see you. And obviously you wanted to see them even when it wasn't over. God, I don't even know who you are anymore.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Why?
Maybe I can't wife you up. Maybe you still got feelings for another man. We don't really get drunk together, so maybe you're like...
Yes, we do.
Never, not like that drunk.
I have no one to call.
God, I'm so insecure.
I went skinny dipping with 8 boys, but then here's where it takes a really dark turn. I also got kidnapped by the boys next door after they did loads of coke. No context. That's all she said.
Oh, okay.
Are you okay?
She's fine. She's on Instagram, isn't it?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't know how to respond to these.
That is...
I thought it was going to be just like, oh, gave someone a little kiss on the cheek.
Yeah, I gave someone a hickey.
No.
Or like, I don't know,
This
had
is
a
some
threesome or
fucking deep
something.
shit.
Here's where you went wrong. You shouldn't skinny dip with 8 blokes.
You shouldn't skinny dip at all if you're in a relationship.
Unless it's with your partner. Me and you can go skinny dipping. What's wrong with that? You cheating on me?
Oh, no, that. Yeah.
You're a
But
fucking
I'm saying
jellyfish?
skinny dipping is fine if you're not in a relationship. But if you're in a relationship, you've got to do it with the
Yeah,
partner. But,
obviously.
yeah.
But I'm just saying, yeah, that's a probably, you know, and then I don't know if they're with the same group of boys. And if they're not, then Jesus Christ, what an eventful night you had.
Does that make you feel better about our situation then? What happened in Magaluf?
I mean, yeah, I mean, it wasn't even that bad. It's just at the time felt like the world has ended on me.
Yeah, I feel like because that was the first ever like proper girls' holiday I've been on, especially I've never been to a place like Magaluf. I feel like it was such a new thing for me and such a new thing for you because you've never had a girlfriend like go away.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
With 4 girls, 2 of them single, 2 of them not. Of course, your head is just going to spiral, especially if it's a kind of new relationship. We were only together for a year, I think.
For a year, but it was just, I don't know, something like, I wasn't trying to spin out too bad. It's like we lived together, we've been together, you know, everything's happened in the past, you know. I was like, there's no way she'll break up with me. There's no way, no way she'll cheat on me. No way this is going to like not work. It's just going to be a shit week.
I think we definitely trust each other. I think the thing was that everyone else's opinions, because when I was going away, they were like, "Oh, good luck, mate."
Yeah.
Oh, Shagaloof. The TikTok comments were like, "Oh,
yeah," because I made a TikTok on it,
you've
didn't
lost
I?
her, bro.
Yeah, all the TikToks was like, "Oh, I look after her. I'm in Magaluf at the time. Don't worry, I look after her." It's like, I know you're not fucking there, mate.
Yeah.
But it just triggers me because I'm just like, oh god, this is just not helping. Because I know like, well, it's not going to bother me all the TikTok comments being like Shagaloof. It's not going to be like, oh my god, what? But it doesn't help. But even if you guys gave me reassuring comments, I still would think the same.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just a really weird time.
But it's different for me though, because I never even would think that you would worry, but obviously it's a place like that. But in my head, all I'm thinking is, oh, hot holiday, because I've never really wanted to go to somewhere like Magaluf. The only reason I wanted to go, well, I said to you, I was like, it would just be fun to just go on holiday with my sister and a couple mates.
Yeah.
And just get drunk and have a good time.
But that's the thing. I was saying to like, when like obviously we had that problem, I was saying to all my mates and stuff like that, and I was just like, even in my own head, I was like, if you want to go on a girls' holiday, there's fucking anywhere else in the world that's hot and has drinks. You know what I mean? It's like had to be Magaluf.
No, because 1, Magaluf is cheap as, and 2, my sister was single and so was another girl.
So that was dangerous for me. I was like, oh my.
No,
like,
so it's like it's best of both worlds.
No, yeah, but that's what I didn't like because I knew it wouldn't be like a let's just go out and have fun and come back to the fucking gap.
And
it
it's
would be...
also it's not for the boys. It's in the sense of there's such an easy nightlife there. Like it's all in one strip. You've got the clubs. Like you're just there to have a good time. Like when I go out clubbing, I'm not going out clubbing for boys. Even when I was single, I was going out to dance and stuff. So that is what essentially Magaluf was for us. Even though if you don't believe it or not, it genuinely was the truth. We were just like, oh, cheap free drinks, funny nightclubs. It would just be a funny like holiday story. Let's go.
But I mean, yeah, it's just weird that I don't know, Magaluf, I've never ever thought of. I saw the Zante strip once when I went to Zante and we drove past it and I was like, fuck you know, this place, people actually enjoy it here. Like, what? It looks awful. It stinks and it sounds awful. I can hear it. I'm like, oh my god. You just see like this like old lady getting fingered by a 17-year-old boy, do you know what I mean? In the corner with a fishbowl in his left hand. And like an inflatable in his right hand. Do you know what I mean?
No, for me, I just wanted to experience something really dirty and just horrific, which is Magaluf. Like, I just thought it'd be a funny story. I always like to just do things for fun.
So let's deep dive into the story, okay? So at any time you want to say that's not true, whatever, or what, just
like
you
we
have a
can
voice.
laugh about it now, but at the time
it was
quite a stressful situation.
It was horrible, man. It was like yeah, it was just so fucking bad. So it started off with I knew she was going, my anxiety was going up, and I was like very, very scared. And I just had this pit in my stomach, but I knew also like I have nothing to be angry at you about, or like I can't be like, I don't trust you, because you've done nothing to make me feel like that can be the case. It's only because the place is Magaluf. So I was like, maybe in my head I was like, maybe she's going to Portugal. Like, oh, what if she was going to like Miami? Like, it's, realistically, I would feel the same. So I was like, cool. You know, it'll be an easy week, tough week, but you know, we'll get through it. It'll be fine. you know, and the first couple of nights I think you were there, it was absolutely calm.
Yeah.
So calm. And I was like, do you know what? I can actually fucking do this. Why is everyone's partners like freaking out about this shit?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
easy. And we're communicating well. And then my mate Sol came down from Dorset to see us in Brighton. He was like, oh, cool, let's have a little night out. The missus is out. We'll just go to a club and we'll have a good time. So we did. And we had this game called Freeze that if, you know, at any point I get a message from Isabella saying freeze, I have to take a selfie no matter where I am and what I'm doing. If I look ugly, if I'm butt-ass naked, you know, if I'm getting a drink, whatever, or walking down the street, I don't have to wait to do something. It's not be real, like let's wait to do something exciting. It's just literally what you're doing in that moment.
On iMessage.
Maybe we created Be Real.
Maybe we did.
Maybe we did.
Maybe we need to sue Be Real.
Maybe, yeah. So
Maybe let's create an app called Freeze.
Oh, we patterned that. Everybody heard that. Yo, that's ours. That's ours.
That's ours.
That's ours. I'm actually going to do that. Anyway, so you would like send me a message, I'll send you a message, and it was all going well. I was like, here's me and Sol, like selfie, bam.
Here's me at the beach.
Yeah. And then you were like,
here's me on the balcony in the corner.
With 3 blokes.
3 boys. Well, they were talking to my sister and friends.
Yeah, but obviously I can't tell that from a picture. And I remember me and Sol looked at each other and we're like shoosh in the smoking area, just trying to get some fresh air. And I looked at him and I was like, ooh. And I thought I just got flashbanged. I was like, oh. And I just remember my heart. And then Sol's like, you're right. I'm like, nah. And Sol's having his own panic attack at the same time because he was freaking out about someone else that I'm not going to talk to. That's personal. But he was like already feeling like shit. And then I get this message. I'm like, we're both like this in the corner of Shoosh. Oh, fucking. Oh, my God.
Shoosh is not the place to be when you're feeling like that.
No, definitely not. And then, yeah, we basically both ran out. And then I was like, oh, my God. My mate's leaving Brighton today and he's having a party, but I couldn't go because we're clubbing and I'm spending time with you, but let's fucking crash it and let's go. So we went and crashed it, and then I spoke to a few people that I've never met in my life. And I was like, guys, my fucking missus has gone to Magaluf and she was like 4 of the boys in her gaff right now. And they're like, oh, fuck me, mate, good luck. You'll never see her again.
See what? That's just not helpful.
Yeah, I know, but I was just like, oh my God, I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna call her. That was like 4 a.m. You have reached the voicemail. I was like, fucking hell. Are you serious? Are you serious?
It was really late at night.
It was super late, and I just knew we weren't going to communicate well. But did I try a second time? I did. You have reached the voicemail. I was like, fuck's sake. So I'm like, no, I need to go home. So me and Sol were like, right, see you later. We're off. 1 minute in walking, I get a phone call from Isabella. And I'm like, actually, I'm going to be petty here. I'm not going to answer your call. Dude, declined. All smug. Ding, 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 ding. 1,000 messages come through. Why aren't you fucking picking up the phone? I'm like, oh dear. Maybe pushed it a bit. Answer. And we start having an argument, obviously. Like, what's just happened? And then you hang up on me. And I was like, no, I can't do this. Like, every time we ever have an argument, whether we live here or not, I will never give you space.
No, and it's so jarring.
But I'm not the one like, right, I need to sort this out now.
Yes, but I need space to breathe and then come back to it. But you don't give me that space to fucking breathe.
I know that, and I'm learning, but it's like...
Learning? It's been 2.5 years.
Yeah, I know. I struggle. It's my coping mechanism, all right?
I think we sort it, and because we end up
FaceTiming. Yeah, we semi-sort it. Sort it. Shit, not even a minute later... We FaceTime.
Yeah.
And
I'm drunk.
You're drunk.
Fuck at this point. I'm at the beach.
Yeah. You're so drunk.
Like, oh, James,
you're just living your life.
Yeah, I'm living life
You're
carefree.
having a good time. Yeah, you're having a good time. And that's, I think, maybe upset me more. It's like, she's not even thinking about how I'm feeling right now. But I just knew that, like, obviously you're so drunk, you can't even comprehend like that shit. Yeah. And then obviously you were like, oh, I'm with Abby. And I'll be like, oh, right, Abby. And I'm also with... I'm like, who the fuck is that?
It was a 17-year-old kid, Ute boy that had I don't know why, just kept following me and this friend at the beach while we're waiting for our other friend because she's talking to this boy's friend. So we're kind of stuck with this guy who was very young and he had such a squeaky voice. He sounded like this.
And do you know what he said? Do you know what he said? He said, I'm going to fuck your missus.
How could you even get pissed off at that?
Because I was like not in the...
No, that's rude. How could you believe that? How could you believe that I would fuck someone? That sounds like this.
What, but if he didn't sound like that, you would?
No.
So hold on, guys.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant the fact that you even could believe such a thing. And after he said that, I was like, what the fuck? And I was like laughing, like, what the hell?
Yeah, you laughing. I remember you laughed.
Yeah,
that was it. Ding,
yeah,
ding,
because
ding.
I was like, that was so out of pocket. Like, I don't even know you.
We didn't even tell him off.
He just did that to cause carnage.
I remember.
No, James, I told him off. After the phone,
after
I
the
was
phone call.
screaming at this boy. I was like, who are you? Why the fuck did you say that was my boyfriend?
Yeah, I remember you. That's how so basically we were, obviously that happened and I hung up. I was like, fuck this, Isabella, fuck this. And then I hung up and then you shouted at him, but you laughed at him first, which made me really angry.
Because I was drunk. I was just so shocked. I was like, no way this has actually happened. In my head, I was like, no way. There's no way I can even explain myself to you right now, because if I was you in that situation, I wouldn't even want to listen. I would just hear what I've heard and I'd be like,
yeah. Oh
my God.
Oh no, yeah. That's what I was.
Pigeon.
Just obviously ended the call and you told me, you shouted at him. I was like, okay, we'll be friends then. We'll be friends. And then get back to the hotel and we're kind of talking, we're sorting it out, but it's still a bit raw. Do you know what I mean? It's still a bit like, oh, what's just happened here then?
Like, we're on FaceTime again and I'm in bed and we're like talking normally now, like everything's calm down. Calm.
Guess who decides to walk through the fucking door? That guy again. I don't even remember what he said. I remember you screaming at him like, get out.
I think he said the same thing.
I think he said, oh yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It was just bare uncomfortable, man. But yeah, and then we didn't really speak properly for a while.
I swear you were beefing him on the phone.
Oh yeah, I did. I think I told him to fuck off.
Yeah.
But that obviously wasn't. I just thought maybe if actually I shout at him, he might be more inclined to try. Just as like an ego thing.
But this is the thing with place, because obviously I went with the intention, this is just going to be funny, But what I now realise about these types of places is, even if you aren't showing boys any sort of attention, they will still find a way to just hover, and they just want to be around anyone, no matter if they're giving them attention or not. It's really weird, because it's like, why bother? Why try? Like, this guy was literally like, just gum on a shoe, like would not leave us alone. Oh my God, there was so many weirdo boys out there, actually, now thinking about it.
Yeah.
There was this one guy. Oh my God, he was so scary. He was clearly on like drugs, and his pupils were so large. And me and Jojo were walking into our room. I wouldn't call it a hotel room, because I think we were in like apartments. Proper rundown.
Yeah, proper Magaluf.
Yeah, proper Magaluf.
Strip
Defo
vibe.
wasn't a hotel. And he just starts fast paced walking to us, and Jojo's like, get the key in. And he's like, hello girls. He was Irish or whatever, and he was like, oh, what are you doing? Can I come in? And we're like, and Jojo just slams the door and he's knocking on the door. Fucking honestly terrifying.
That is genuinely, I remember you talking about that. It was terrifying.
And outside our balcony, there was these Swiss boys that got in a fight. I think one of them like shanked someone, and the police showed up. Like, it was proper crazy.
Didn't you have Swiss boys come into your flat?
Oh, those were the Swiss boys that knocked on the door, opened the door, and they barged in, and Jojo was like, get out.
See?
And then they left.
And this is exactly why I do not feel comfortable with my
like,
missus
now looking back,
going to Magaluf.
Looking back now, because when you're young and you've never experienced anything like that before, well, me, I can only speak for myself. I was so naive when I was young. When I was younger, I felt invincible. From the age, I'm nearly 22 now, but up to the age of 20, I felt invincible. Like, I felt like I had nothing to worry about. And Magaluf is a prime example of that. I was like, oh yeah, it's Magaluf, but it's like, it's cheap. We're going to go to clubs with friends. Like, I have nothing to worry about. I can look after myself. Yeah, I can look after myself and nothing bad happened to me. But there's times where you really cannot control the situation that you're in, such as just some boys. If you open that door, they can barge in. They can come in if they want to. I can't control that.
It's like, you're never going to go on holiday and go, well, this is going to be a shit holiday. You're always going to like want the best, and you're obviously going to be naive and think nothing can go wrong, because why would you ever want to go to a place where you think you can go? But you just got to realise I feel like Magaluf is the type of place where it's basically England, because everyone's English. Well, not everyone's English. There's a lot of foreign people going there as well. But what I'm saying is, it's just like a big, massive fuck-off club. Yeah. But nobody has any morals.
Can I say something, though? That being said, I did actually go back to Magaluf.
Yeah, you went back a second
I went back to Magaluf.
And that was so good.
But listen, that was so different. I feel like you pay for what you get. We paid even just paying a couple £100 more does such a difference. We were in a hotel this time. We were not in any apartment thing. Hotel, it was so safe. No boys could even come into our hotel room. There was so much security.
Yeah.
No one could just walk into the hotel either. And that was such a nice experience. It was so calm. We had a sea view. Like, we were in a different location to where we were. It didn't even feel like Magaluf.
It didn't look like the place you went beforehand.
No.
And I kind of wish you went there first.
Same.
Only
but we couldn't
because
afford it.
The second time you went was genuinely, from the back, communication was top notch.
Yeah.
And I felt like that's what can make or break relationships abroad.
Yeah.
It's like, you need to just communicate. Even if you just have a 5 second spare, just go, hi, I'm thinking about you. Bang. You know, it will just pattern it all up.
Also, we were a lot maturer this time.
Yeah.
Because my sister's a year younger than me. And although a year isn't a lot, it kind of is. So when I was 20, she's a year and a half. She was like 18, 19.
Yeah.
Just turned 19. So obviously, she's naive. We're all naive to situations.
That's
but when
totally
we went
fine.
last summer, it was just completely different.
And do you know what?
It was so fun.
I think karma struck because I one day wake up and I'm like, oh my God, what's happened tonight then? Oh, James, I feel really ill.
Yeah.
Oh my fuck. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, carry on. I just can't.
You're evil. Evil eye is real. You manifested
like
that
this?
shit for me.
I can't go out tonight and I'm going to stay indoors all day. That's how I felt.
Shot time.
I was so happy.
Long story short, James manifested a heat stroke for me and I was in bed for the majority of the holiday.
You should have seen it. I went to my mates in the summer and they were like, oh, so how are you feeling about this Magaluf trip? How is Isabella? And I go like this. Oh, she's got heat stroke. They're like, oh no, it's a shame. I went, it's fucking bloody brilliant, mate. I was
You're
like,
evil.
hooray!
I was crying to you on the phone. Guys, I've never felt that ill in my whole entire existence of living.
Cheers to heat stroke. Oh. You put way too much in there.
That's rough.
That was the worst one we've done on the body.
Yeah,
It
guys.
was so fun though.
I had to get an injection up my bum hole. Not bum hole, bum cheek to cure whatever the hell I had. But I went on a boat. Guys, if you ever go to Magaluf or Ibiza or wherever the hell, go on a boat party.
That's where you died, bro.
That is where I got ill. After that boat party, I was ill. I think it was from either the paella or, well, the doctor said it was heat stroke. I don't think it was food poisoning.
You definitely had heat stroke, Isabella, and it can.
But the thing is, I wore so much sun cream, like.
That's not what heat stroke is, you dickhead.
Well, either way, it was so fun, and I'm glad I did that before I got ill. No, I wasn't. That's the fuck thing. I was being so careful. I was like, I'm not going to drink
but the night before,
alcohol on this boat.
But think about it. The night before, you're dehydrated. You're not even fully hydrated. Your body hasn't fully recovered. Your organs are failing every time you have alcohol. You then go onto a boat which is rocky, and you're in the sun dancing, twerking with no shade, no clothes on. Then you have probably a couple of pints of water.
It was worth it.
Death. But
the thing is,
I was well gassed.
I've got low immune system, but I think it's the end for me for party holidays. Apart from Ibiza this year, I'm going to Ibiza.
Yeah, Chlamydia Fest. Cheers. It's another one. The third one now. Ibiza. I think Ibiza will be
now
worse.
that I've got a bit more dough in my bank account. We're going to Ibiza.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna be staying home in my basement flat in Brighton.
I'm so excited. But after that, I think.
When are you going?
July.
Oh fuck! So right after my birthday. Happy birthday, James. This is the last one we're having together as a couple. Sayonara, bitch. No, I am terrified if you go there because I've seen how Wayne Lineker moves.
Oh yeah,
we went
guys,
to Ocean Beach before.
Was it Ocean Beach? Yeah, I don't know the difference between.
It.
Well, the thing is, this is really bad. When we were at Ocean Beach, I didn't know who Wayne Lineker was.
That's probably good.
Everyone was like, "That's Wayne Lineker." I just spoke to Wayne Lineker. I was like, "Who's that?" And I was like, "Oh, it's that guy." Like I recognised his face, but I didn't know who this Johnny was.
I said, "You right?"
You spoke to him.
Yeah.
Oh.
I said, "You right, Chief?" He went, "You right?" But I was absolutely razzmatazz.
Why'd you call him Chief? Shut time.
I call him Chief because that's how all my boys speak. All my boys. That's how we speak. Just going like, all right, Chief, or all right, champ.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just went to him. I was so drunk. I was like, you're right, Chief.
There was loads of Love Islanders there, wasn't there?
There was, which one? Ellie
Brown and Mary Bedford. Those are the two I saw. And then,
Langers.
no, Mary Bedford. Oh, how did her... Well, you obviously don't look at makeup that much, but as a girl, I was like, your face looks airbrushed. Like, genuinely looks like she had just photoshopped her face. Her skin was incredible. Don't know how that happens. But anyway, yeah, I feel like the end of party holidays is for me. Not that they need to be over, but it's so weird. It's like, in my head, I feel like my youth is just slowly disappearing, and I feel like I'm too old for party holidays, and I feel like I'm 21, nearly 22, and I just feel like life is slipping away, and the pressure is immense.
Yeah, I mean... To be honest with you, Isabella, I've never been on a boys or girls holiday, or clearly not a girls holiday, but I've never been on a boys solo holiday. So, maybe I will never live that, and I will have to learn to live to regret that. But
you still have time.
No, we're definitely going on a boys holiday this year. I think we're going to go to Prague.
I really think you should. Yeah.
We're going to Prague. Maybe do Barcelona again.
Switch it up, bro.
Barcelona was good, but we were the first 2 nights before you got there, Isabella, was jokes. It was probably one of the best 2 nights of my life.
What, before I got there?
Before you got to Barcelona.
Oh, so me and Beth ruined it, didn't
No, you didn't ruin it.
Okay.
You didn't ruin it.
The 2 nights before you got there was jokes. How lovely. How lovely is it?
When you were there, it was still jokes. But when it was just the boys, you act different. You just do.
No, I completely agree.
And it was just, I felt like I could, I can go to bed at any time because you're like, I didn't go to bed, James.
No, James, fuck. If you want me to expose you right now, I can. Because I stayed up to the crack of dawn with you, and I never said, James, you need to come to bed.
It was my birthday night. And you can just imagine how that went down. But no, yeah, cheers to my birthday.
Cheers.
Oh.
No, but I get what you mean. I act like a different person when you're not
Mate, if I
around.
went to Magaluf, how different would you act?
Huh?
If I went to Magaluf with you, how different would you act?
Not that different.
Bollocks. You wouldn't be fucking having 3 boys in your gaff, I'll tell you that for sure. I wouldn't let them in.
Well, obviously, you'd be a cop block.
Damn fucking straight. I'm going to cop block my own missus.
No, I mean, you'd cop block my sister.
Damn fucking straight. She don't need the clap.
Let her get something, please.
No. Not from Magaluf. Just fucking don't be so desperate and get it in the fucking UK. Anyway, so
No,
I agree.
Real, guys.
I agree. I feel like I am getting very old. I am older than you, and the fact that you go, need 22, I feel like an old shit. I'm 22. I am that age that you're scared of.
You are 22 and you're going to be 23. But the thing is, that is young. I feel like it's really weird. Do you know why I think it's weird?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think back to when I was 18 and I used to look at 22-year-olds as old. Like, you are an adult. Like, I remember being at Reading in 2019 and we made friends with the people next to us, as you do. And I was like, oh, so how old are you? They said 23. And I genuinely remember thinking, God, you're old to be here. Why are you here, you old fuck?
No, but that is true. Why the fuck are you 23 hanging out with 16-year-olds?
No, but I wasn't 16 at the time. I was like 18.
Yeah, but come on. You don't have to be a fucking
No, but they
smart
weren't
ass.
hanging out with us. Their just tent was near us.
Oh, I'm not...
Like, obviously, as a 22, 23-year-old, I wouldn't hang around with 18.
You're taking my words too literally, Chief. I'm just saying, hanging out as in being in the same vicinity as that more than the majority of half the people that go to Reading are underage.
Yeah.
You know that. And you're going there and being like, this is going to be so totally red, dude. Saying that, I'm going to go to Reading
James,
this year.
We had this conversation, like, the Reading lineup is actually really good. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm going to go just for the music, but people go to, like, party.
Well,
I want to get one of those VIP TP tents.
Can we?
If you're going to fucking cough up the dough, mate.
No, because the lineup is actually really good.
It's not really good. It's okay.
No, it's decent. Billie Eilish.
I've seen her live before. It was alright.
When have you seen Billie Eilish live?
When she played Reading last time.
Fuck off.
It was alright.
Oh.
She had shit crowd control, can I just say, by the way.
Wait, I've seen Billie Eilish live. What the hell am I on about? I was there. We were at Reading at the same time, but we never saw each other, I imagine.
Oh, I wouldn't have looked at you.
Would you have thought I was fit?
No, I wouldn't have looked at you twice.
No, I wouldn't have looked at you either.
I'd have been like this. Oh, just another one of those
I was too
skets.
busy looking for my ex. What did you just say?
What did you just say? No, right. So, yeah, going back to that, and let's slow it down. because I thought it's been a very chaotic podcast.
Have you noticed where
Fuck me, for fuck's... I have. No, clearly, I've been looking at you, Chief.
Sorry, I'm going to sit back.
Right.
I'm going to let you take the
Let's
wheels.
breathe. Ready, breathe together? Slow it down.
I have so much to say.
Yeah, well, let me breathe. Let me talk, yeah? Interrupting Queen. So... Okay, that was a test. I am scared of growing up. I feel like this could be the last year of me doing this job. And that's tough because I've dreamt about doing this job since I was 15. And I am doing the job, but I'm not at a point where I am fully financially comfortable where I don't even need to think about a plan B.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's annoying because, like, you know, you have good months and you have bad months of money. In any creative job you have, it's like up and down. But normally when it's up, it's up. And when it's down, it's not nothing. Where this is where it's when it's up for me, it's mid-tier. Like, okay, cool. I can pay rent this month.
When it's up.
And when it's down, it's like, oh, shit, like, fuck me.
No, yeah.
But
that's why savings is so important.
But the thing is, sometimes I don't earn enough to even save.
No,
and that's just reality. I'm just being real with you guys. But it's not all doom and gloom. I love this job. The opportunities, you know, we watched Titanic in 3D, which is great.
The freedom as well.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The freedom is great. I'm not trying to just
no,
hone
you're not
on
trying
money.
To, no, it is reality.
This is the reason why I would not. I'm not going, fucking, I want to see Titanic in 3D every year. And
it's just because you just need money.
I just fucking need money, and that's literally it. Like, I love this job, every other aspect about it, but it's just like, but that is, I can always blame, like, oh, brands have no budget this month, but it's genuinely me, because I'm maybe not most brand friendly, or maybe frequency, but also being a male in this industry isn't a benefit.
It's definitely 2 times harder.
Yeah, but being a woman in this industry is actually financially one of the, like I said before, I think I've said before, I can't remember, it was actually, you know, you actually get more money financially. It's one of the only jobs that happens.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. But being a boy, like, for being being me, I can't really promote things you promote.
Yeah.
And that's totally fair. So I've got to promote what I can, but what can I promote which isn't like you couldn't promote?
I think you, as a boy in this, you just have to work like twice as hard as I do, in the sense of like figuring out how you can show off brands on your account.
But there's a fine line for me, because I want to be fulfilled in whatever I do. I don't want to be in this job and just make content because of that would be cool for brands. I want to make content where I laugh and you guys laugh, which I have been doing, and I'm very thankful. Like, the content that I make now, you guys seem to love, and it's weird. It's really weird content, but I love it, and I love having that just like difference in TikTok. You know, that's that weird, Donny. But no one wants to work with you because you're weird. I'm just scared of growing up, man.
I'm scared of growing up in the sense of like, throughout my life, I've always said, okay, by 30, I'll have kids. I'm going to be 22. In 8 years' time, that means I'm going to have kids. Am I ready for that? Well, I don't know. In 8 years' time, maybe I am. But the thought of that is scary, in the sense of life really does go so fast. Like, the fact that I will not be young forever is really upsetting to me, because I do want to be young forever.
Bro, 8 years ago, you were 13.
See, that's fucked. But then that does feel like a long way away, so I do see. But then people do say that the older you get, the better life gets. And I do believe that in a sense. It's just, with my youth, I want to use it to the full capacity. Like, I want to do things that I wouldn't necessarily do when I'm older. I feel like that's what youth is all about. Yeah, but that's doing things you're not going to do.
That's bollocks, man. That's bollocks.
It's not, because I don't want to act like a granny right now. I don't want to do granny things that I could do when I'm a granny.
But what's a granny thing?
So I'm not met.
What's a granny thing? You tell me, what's a granny thing?
A granny thing to me is not going out, seeing friends, like just sitting at home watching Netflix. I can do that at any age, whereas what I can't do at any age is go meet my friends and go down to the pub.
Why not?
Not necessarily go clubbing.
Why not?
No, but it's not.
You tell me at any age you can't go to the pub.
Well, granny, because you're old, and 2, if you're just a regular mum, like, that's just so much harder. Like, now I want to use my freedom to the full capacity.
I
agree.
Get what I'm saying? No, but I agree it's harder, but it's not impossible. Age is a concept
I know.
that we all believe, and society has told us, right, when you get to 20 it's this, when you get to 30 it's this, when you get to 40 this, when you get to 50, but you realise as you grow up, you as a human do not change.
I know. That's what scares me though, because yes, you're going to be 23, I'm going to be 22. It's so weird because my mind feels exactly the same as it did when I was younger.
Well,
do you know what I mean? Obviously it has developed and I don't realise that. Like, obviously I'm more mature and all of that sense, but I still feel young. And if my brain is still like this at 47, that is crazy. Because I spoke to my mum and I was like, Mum, you're 55. Sorry, Mum, exposing your age. And I was like, do you feel any different from when you were younger? She was like, no, my mind feels exactly the same. I was like, that's fucking crazy.
but you realise that when, like, my mum and my dad and stuff, they're fucking old, they're like, they have a kid and everything, but they are just the same people as we are, who one day have a kid, and then what we've got to do is like, so looking after a dog, so looking after a kid, we'll be more in tune with the kid and more like, okay, parenting, but as our beliefs and things like that, like our wants and needs will be the same as when we're a kid. You can go on holiday, fucking get someone to look after the kid. Do you know what I mean?
No, you don't want to do it for your poor kid.
No, but I'm not saying abandon your kid. All I'm saying is you want to go on a weekend away, me and you romantically, No, it's get your fucking mum to come over. Of course,
it's still possible. It's still doable.
You want to go on a girls' holiday? I've seen plenty of fucking MILFs doing girls' holidays.
No, yeah.
I've seen bare dads meet up and fucking go for a pub.
It's true. I think just social media and just, I don't know, just society as a whole. Feel like once you have a kid, life's over. And I know, obviously, what you're saying now is so true. Like, it's not over. But my mind just likes to tell me it is, and I think that's why I start panicking, because I'm like, okay, well, I said I want kids at like 29, 30, that's in like 7-8 years. Fuck, Isabella, you need to start living. Is it too late to travel? Is it too late to do this? Like, that's what my brain is doing at the moment. It's really overwhelming.
How about this? Me and you, when we have kids, fucking whenever, fuck it. Why? Fuck it, we'll have kids whenever. 40, 30,
well,
but don't put an age on it. No,
you have to as a woman. I won't have eggs.
Fucking you. I'm not going to have sex with you at 60 and hope for a baby. I'm not dumb.
No, 30. You stop. 40 is pushing it.
You've got 20 fucking years. You have 20 years.
Technically, yeah.
But just think about it. When you start putting time frames for your future that hasn't even happened yet,
I know.
You're going to live No, but listen. You're going to live for your future that will never arrive. Because tomorrow never ever happens. It's always today. So you're going to tell me that when I'm 32, I'm going to have a kid. You're literally living for a future that might not happen, and what's going to happen is you're going to hate yourself.
I know, we said this earlier, that we need to start living in the present. It's so much easier said than done, but living in the present is what's going to actually give you happiness, because all you can think about is the now. I need to stop thinking about the future. I need to stop worrying, I'm running out of time. I'm not running out of time. I'm 21 fucking years old. Like, I need to get a grip. But this is just the reality of what's going on in my head right now.
It's sad. It is sad, because you shouldn't feel like that, and no one should feel like that, and people do feel that. I feel like that. But like, what if I died tomorrow?
Exactly.
I could die tomorrow. This could be the last thing I say.
No,
and I can die in my sleep.
Obviously very unlikely. There is that. Tomorrow is never promised.
Yeah. So I cannot stress this enough. If you want something, or you want to be happy, or you want to be more fulfilled, do not wait.
Yeah.
Because it always. Like, imagine if I waited to tell you that I love you, or I waited to, I don't know, engaged, because I was like, we said 32, but 28, and I feel like I could do it. You die the next day. I'll be like, I fucking should have done it. But why did I not?
Right.
Why didn't I do it? Because my fucking brain said that 32 is a good year. It's bollocks.
Yeah.
Don't tell. I know people that are engaged now, who have kids now, or happy now at my age.
Yeah.
Everyone's different, bro. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do what you want to do now, because you will just never get that ever again.
Preach it.
Bro, I would just live life with regret.
Well, you did tell me you were going to propose at 23, not 28, so I am waiting for that 23. But if you want to propose to me beforehand...
Bro, I would propose to you now. I just have no money. I would. Like I said, I'm not waiting on it. My granddad proposed in 2 weeks in a day. Met the girl, 2 weeks later, got married.
Young love, hey.
Yeah, well, I think that's why society's shit, mate. I hate living in this generation.
I hate the way my brain
It's
is.
social media, man.
No, it is, yeah.
But I'm saying this, and we're doing this on social media, but man, it fucking angers me when people like just go from one person to the next person, or like, because I can see like fucking Steve on TikTok, like multi-millionaire. I'm like, I want that. But then you see another Steve, another multi-millionaire down the road being like, oh, I've made money this way. And then you're like, I've got all these ways to make money. I've got all these ways to live. I've got all these ways to make my house look nice. I've got all these types of styles of clothes I want to wear. What you end up doing is putting way too much fucking thoughts and like ideas into your brain. Like, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. And then you have no idea what you actually want.
Because there's too many ideas. Yeah.
But if you just lived without phones and you go, oh, actually, I like that top. Yeah. I'm going to wear that top. Not because, well, I can't actually wear that top because fucking that's not the trend right now. But once you're on social media and you see 100, 1,000,000, 1,000 people having different types of lifestyles that you want, you can't have all of them.
I know. I feel like it's weird because if social media didn't exist, you would have such a clearer idea of what you want from life. But because I have gone on social media and I see, you know, like even just looking on Pinterest, like aesthetics and this and that, there's so many different paths that you can go down in life. You may like all of them, but then that's what puts pressure on my head because I'm like, what path do I want to go down? But if I never saw that, I would only feel what I feel inside, and I would just go with whatever my heart is saying, as cringe as that is.
But then saying that, maybe if on the other side of the coin, if you felt like that, you'd be like, I wonder what else there is out there.
I don't think I would.
There's just such a fine line between having too much and having too little.
But I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast episode, as chaotic and crazy it is.
Yeah, fuck me, man. I've got a headache now.
I like talking, though. I do love that we have this podcast together.
No, I am very blessed with this podcast. And I want to say, actually, quickly, a huge, not even a thank you, like whatever's bigger than a thank you to all the kind words and comments in the last video. Like, it was so hard for us to post that.
Yeah.
And the comments were people like, oh, yeah, I'm not even in that situation, but it helped me really like, open my eyes, or like, you know, and it's like, that shit's nice. And also people who are in the same situation as us, who are like, oh, I think that's made me feel like I'm not alone. Because we feel alone. And I would have felt alone. You would have felt alone if we didn't speak to each other.
No, it's so sweet and so lovely. And just anyone who gives the time of day to this podcast, thank you so much, because it's just me and James, you know.
Kicking about, spitting shit, man. Half this stuff is pure wank that comes out.
We're just chatting absolute
rubbish, but I love it. And
me too.
I'm glad that people, like I say every episode, people are enjoying it as much as we are.
Thank you guys for watching. We're going to stop talking now.
Sorry.
Because we could talk for fucking years.
Sorry.
But thank you guys for watching. If you're on Spotify, you know, make sure to review it. Just
5
do
stars.
whatever you can to get us up on the charts. And if you're on YouTube right now, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, all of that jazz. And we will see you next Thursday at 6 p.m. Love you.
Peace. I want a pizza.